on. The story from the project, innocent black man. Let me be clear. Damn, man. The story from the project.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 82. Some mornings I wake up very excited, highly anticipated for a fantastic day in the market. But some days the market moves like molasses. Today it was not a lot of energy in this, but you have to trade what the market gives you. You can't force trades. I was still able to pull out a green day, enough for some lunch money. Now I'm going to tell you exactly how we pulled it off. And today, midday, market weekend. All right, y'all, so let's go over the trades from this morning. Like I said, the market was pretty slow, so we can only trade what the market give us, so we can't be swinging for the fences. Our first trade today was on SPY to the downside at 937. Let's pull it up. Oh, we got it up already. All right, in a minute, you're going to see it on your screen there. All right, so 937 to the downside. We lost on this trade. Here's how we lost on it. At 930, the market opens up, not a lot of energy. You can see that candle's pretty small, 930. And then we get a squeeze up at 935, but it's coming up to the moving average, the 200-day. So you know when I see that, that's not an entry for me. I need it for it to break through. And if it breaks through, then it's a better entry. But it wasn't a lot of energy to me for it to break through. So I'm thinking it's going to hit that and come back down. It runs into the moving average. So at 937 on this candle here, we jump in thinking for it to reverse now, come back down because of the 200-day. It comes back down a little bit, but it stalls. And it kind of begins to hover on that moving average, sitting there for a couple candles. And we ain't looking to hold that long like that. So after about three or four candles, no, maybe 3 candles, we got out of it. For a small loss, we'll take it because it wasn't having enough energy to break through. You can see it there. It's all right. Cool. On to the next trade. Our next trade, we move over into Meta. Meta to the upside. Let's pull it up. Okay. We got into this at 952. Okay, 930, even Meta did not have a lot of energy today. And you know Meta normally has energy. But like I said, you can only trade what the market gives you. So 930, it does have a small sell-off, but not much. 935, a candle of indecision, but with some long wicks. So you know people are fighting up and down, bulls and bears going at it. The next candle, 940, the bulls and bears are still going at it. When it gets to 950, it finally breaks through the 30 EMA and the 10 EMA. That's when we jump in, ride it up a little bit, and we ride it up to the 200-day moving average, which was at like 715.47, and that's when we jump out of there for a nice win. We recovered some of the loss on that one from the first trade. We'll take it, but you know I hate the trade from a position of handicap. But I wasn't going to hold too long. I figured we'd just trade our way back into green. And that's what we did. On the next trade, which was SPY to the downside at 1003. Let's pull it up. All right. So remember I said SPY was kind of hovering around the 200-day moving average. It was kind of consolidating because it wasn't a lot of energy. So 945, still sitting there. 950, a red candle, but still didn't really squeeze down. 955. Nothing, still hitting the 200 moving average. At 10 o'clock, it's still sitting there. It's at 10 on the 10:05 candle. We jump in for the not breakthrough because we had pretty much a quadruple top. You can see it here. Doesn't break through here. Doesn't break through here. Doesn't break through here. And doesn't break through here. So I'm saying to myself, this has to go back down. And it goes back down just enough on that candle that we sitting in for us to turn our profit green on the day. It wasn't much. We'll take it. And that's how we finished that trade. On the next trade, which is at 1023 to the upside on SPY. Here we go. Now, energy is starting to kick in the market a little bit. And we get into it, like I said, at 1023. So on the 10:05 candle, it doesn't break through. It's still sitting where we got out at. It begins to trend up. But remember, it's coming up to what? The 200-day moving average. So I need to see it break through. 10:15 doesn't break through. 10:20, it creeps through a little bit. It's on the next candle, it breaks through. We jump in, ride it up, and we get out at the tip of it. And that's how we begin sitting green on the day. It wasn't much though, because like I said, the market, you can see the candle said, like I said, when you have hindsight, it looks pretty easy. But during the trade in real time, these candles are doing some up and down funky moves. So you have to either take your profits when you see them or end up red. So on that candle, we was able to get green on that one. It wasn't much though. All right, for our next trade, we got in the spot at 10.33. We lost on this one. Let's pull it up. All right, cool. Now, that 10.30 candle, it squeezed up a little bit, but I wasn't too convinced that it was going to squeeze pretty heavy because it wasn't a lot of energy, and we wanted this to the downside. On the next candle, we jump in, believing it's going down. It squeezes down a little bit, but not enough to really get us green, and it starts to trim back up. We add, thinking that because it's going to run into some resistance up here. It does not run into resistance. It finally breaks through, and on that breakthrough, we have to get out for a loss, and that right there kind of cost us a little bit. Kind of gave back some of the profits I didn't want to give back, but it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. And on our second to last trade, we stayed in SPY, and this one was to the upside. I figured since it wants to continue going up, let's switch positions going up then. So at 10.43, we jump in, but I wanted to wait till it broke through that resistance because it was kind of funny. It finally breaks through. We jump in, ride it up, and we added an extra candle at 10.45 because it started to have a little bit of energy, but not a lot, but enough to keep squeezing up. And on 10.49, we saw on that push, and that erased that loss that we just took. And now we sitting on the day green, and we added, and we took one more trade on the day, which was Meta to the downside, trying to add more gains to the account. But like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be much because the market was not moving pretty heavy today. And you could, like I said, you can only trade what the market gave you. So at 10.50, we got into this to the downside. From 10.30, Meta begins to squeeze up. 10.30, 10.35, still squeezing up. Not a lot though. It begins running into a key level. I have my chart here, which is 7.1847. So I'm saying to myself, I don't think they're going to break through this. If he tests it, doesn't break through, tries it again, doesn't break through. So now I'm convinced this level is going to hold. We jumping on this one at 10.50. It squeezes through a little bit, but begins to fade back down. But a lower wick lets me know that they're trying to push it down. I'm saying to myself, can this break through or not? But it's already 10.55 on the day, so late in the day, so volume's already low. It tried to break through on that next candle. It does not. And we hold for the next candle. It finally squeezes down. And that's how we was able to make a little bit of profit on that one. And we got out. And that's how we finished the day. Crossed over about 13.50 today, something like that. You can see it there. Didn't get a lot of percentage today. I think about almost 1%. I'm not sure. But we're still heading in the right direction. You can see it there. And we're going to continue doing that. Hopefully tomorrow bring a better day. Sometimes the market is slow. What you're going to do, you can't control the market. You can only trade what the market gives you. Anyway, we'll be back at this tomorrow for day number 83. All right, y'all. Peace.